Be sure to subscribe, keep pounding, _TV, the best Panther YouTuber ever. I'm rocking with the big cat. Pause up. Keep pounding.
What's going on? Christian Miller here, linebacker of the Carolina Panthers. Just want to give a huge shout out to Keep Pounding TV. Keep doing what y'all are doing. Appreciate all y'all support. Everybody go subscribe right now to the YouTube channel, Keep Pounding TV. I'm rolling with the big cat.
Hey, what's happening? I'm your host, Granny Gato, also known as the Big Cat. My cool cat, put your balls up. If you're rocking with the Gato today, we're talking about the Carolina Panthers schedule review, weeks 9 through 12. Are you nervous by now? We'll talk about it before we get started. Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? Are you ready to rock? Yes, no, maybe. Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? If you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers, give me that dab. We're going to talk about the Carolina Panthers schedule, weeks 9 through 12. Let's get into it.
We coming for you, nigga.
Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Now, if you have not checked out the last couple of videos, please go back and watch them. We went over the schedule of week 1 through 4 and weeks 5 through 8. Now, coming into this video, the last two games we had, week 7 and week 8, I had us both losing. We had a week 7 game in New Orleans. We lost that. Came home on a short week Thursday night game against Atlanta, and we lost that. So coming into this video, week 9, we take on the Kansas City Chiefs on the road. If you look up on your screen right here, the Kansas City Chiefs had 28.2 points per game last year, ranked 5th in the NFL, 379 total yards, which was 6th in the NFL, 281 passing yards, which was 5th, and 98 rushing yards per game, which was 23rd. Now, a lot of you guys said the defense wasn't much or nothing. Actually, the defense was kind of middle of the road. When it came to giving up points, they gave up 19.2 points per game, which was 7th best in the NFL. They gave up over 349 total yards per game, which was 17th. Not bad, middle of the road. And when it came to passing yards, giving up 221.4 yards given up a game, which was 8th in the NFL. So this team had a top 8 passing defense. When it came to giving up rushing yards, they gave up 128. Now, if you look up on your screen again, you'll see their key players, Patrick Mahomes, Darren Williams, and also Travis Kelce. They also drafted running back Edwards from LSU. Now, obviously, guys, I want to root and I want us to win. I want us to play hard, but I think this is a tall task. Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Nicole Hardman, Sammy Watkins. It's a lot, man. I don't see us making enough moves in that secondary to have me at ease right now. I think their front is going to hold its own. But Patrick Mahomes is an elusive guy. He's hard to tackle, man. He can extend plays. And you got to have a solid secondary to beat this guy. You know what I mean? You got to have a solid secondary, and I just don't see us having that right now. I think Burris can hold his own. Boston's a solid safety as well. Dante Jackson, I think he can match speed with Tyreek Hill, even McCole Hardman. But, man, this is just a tall glass to drink, and I don't think we have a big enough straw. If you look on the screen, you'll see their draft class as well. They drafted Clyde Edwards-Helaire from LSU and Willie Gay, linebacker from Mississippi State. I hate to be negative here, man, but I don't even see this game being competitive, y'all. And this is okay because I think this is going to be a way to measure our rookies. You know what I mean? We're going to see who's want to come to play even when the score gets messy, or we're going to see who's going to, be on the bench crying, knocking down shit, busting up water coolers and shit like that. So this is a good way to measure. This reminds me of that Pittsburgh game. Remember that Pittsburgh game where we came in on, Monday Night Football, if I'm not mistaken? The lights were just too big for us, man. We couldn't hold on. So hopefully this will be another learning game for us, but I don't see us winning.
Damn.
So if you're keeping track by now, we're headed into week 10. We have not had a win since week 6. And we get a little southern home cooking with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I went over this before. I think Tom Brady has the weapons. But again, something tells me as the season go on, I think attrition sets in. I think you start to see the 40-year-old or the 43-year-old Tom Brady start to show his head a little bit. And like I said before, in week 2, I think it's going to be a very competitive game. But this time, with a little Bojangle box cooking and a little home crowd loving, I think we can make it happen, man. Yeah, so every year, I got a theory, okay? Every year, there's a game that we have no fucking business in winning that we win. And there's a game every year we had no business losing and that we lose. So this is the game that we had no business winning because of all the big names and highlights and all that shit. But I think at home, coming off a three-game losing streak to the Chiefs, the Falcons, the Saints, I think we finally put the nerves to bed. We come home, shut down Tom Brady, and I think this hopefully could spark a 2-game winning streak.
Life is good. You know what I mean?
All right, now moving into Week 11, just exercise our demons in Week 10. Beat Tampa Bay Buccaneers, feeling good. Now we can put together a back-to-back win ceremony. Now if you look up on your screen right here, the Detroit Lions had 21.3 points per game on offense, 346.8 yards total on offense, which was 17th best. They put up 243 passing yards a game, which is 10th in the league, and 103.1 yards rushing in the NFL, which was 21st. Now, with all that being said, let's move on to their defense. This is the reason why I think we have a chance in this ball game. Well, I actually think we have more than a chance. If you look up on the screen right here, 26.4 points a game. Gave up almost 27 points a game, which was 26 in the NFL. Gave up 400.4 yards a game, 31st. Second to last. Passing defense, they gave up 284 yards a game, last. And also they gave up 115.9 yards rushing a game, which was 21st. Again, y'all, their defense is laughable. If you look up on your screen, you'll also see their draft class. They got Okudah, DeAndre Swift, Go Dog Sick'em. Pretty much those are the only two guys that I'm really fond of. And also the guard from Ohio State, Jonah Jackson. So again, it looks like they got little pieces on offense and defense. They also got rid of Darius Slay to bring in Okudah. So to me, that balances everything out, but I still think their defense is going to struggle. If you look up on your screen, you'll see their key players: Matthew Stafford, Kerryon Johnson, Kenny Golladay. Again, man, Detroit's a basket case on defense. Going up against Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey, Curtis Samuel. I think it's going to be another home cooking Sunday, Bojangles. Krispy Kreme Mondays. It's going to be one of them kind of days right here. Not sure I really believe in Matt Stafford. I think he may keep him in the game all the way going up into the third quarter. But eventually, I think our offense is just too powerful for their defense and the holes that they need to fill. I think this is going to be a clean, easy win for the Carolina Panthers. So last but not least, we move on to Week 12. Feeling good, feeling great. Got back-to-back wins. How are you doing? I'm doing good. We'll move on to the Minnesota Vikings on the road. If you look up on your screen right here, 25.4 points a game, which was 8th in the NFL last year for the Minnesota Vikings. They also averaged 353 total yards a game, which was 16th. They averaged 220 passing yards, which was 23rd. And they rushed for 133 yards per game, which was 6th in the NFL. Surprising numbers that they only had the 23rd ranked passing yards per game, especially when they had Thielen, Rudolph, and they also had my man Stephon Diggs. So that just speaks to how shitty Kirk Cousins is. If you look on the screen, you'll see their defense was ranked 6th when it came to points given up, 18.9, 14 when it comes to total yards, 341. And also when it came to passing defense, 233 yards. They gave up 15 total. And when it came to rushing defense, 108 yards per game, which was 13th in the league. Again, this is a game that I think we should be able to compete in, okay? Should be able to. If you look up on your screen right here, you'll see Kirk Cousins was one of their leaders, Dalvin Cook as well. Stephon Diggs is no longer there. He cried his way out of Minnesota, took his punk ass to Buffalo. They did bring in, if I'm not mistaken, Jordan Jeffries from LSU. Maybe he can fill in. I'm not sure here. Kirk Cousins is one of these guys. He's tricky, man. He's hard to kind of figure out because some days he looks like he just, he completely can fit within a system and just eat your shit alive. But the whole key to Minnesota getting off is their running attack. Okay? If I'm not mistaken, I think they were, let's see. They were 8th when it comes to rushing the ball. 8th when it comes to rushing the ball. So everything centers around balance. You know what I mean? That was Kevin Stefanski's plan. Obviously, he's no longer there. He's with the Cleveland Browns. So again, it's going to be interesting to see how they handle this offense. What's the new philosophy? We just don't know yet. This game is tricky, y'all. This game is tricky, man. If you look up on your screen, let's take a look at the draft picks. I'm gonna hold on. Let me think a little bit here. If you look up on your screen, you'll see their draft pick, Justin Jefferson, as I said before. These guys killed the fucking draft. To me, they won the draft. Look on your screen, man. Justin Jeffries. They got Jeff Gladney. They turned around and got Cam Dantzler, a guy that I wanted. Not only did they get Cam Dantzler, they got James Lynch. They got Troy Dye from Oregon. God damn. They got the tackle from Boise State. They killed the fucking draft. Nailed it. With all that being said, I think a lot of these guys, I think the only one that you can definitely say that's going to be effective week 1 is probably going to be Jefferson, maybe Gladney. And depends on how fast Dancer matures, maybe he'll be in there as well. And again, with the defensive line, I think James Lynch will start off as a role player and work his way up. But all in all, with all that being said, I'm torn, y'all. I'm torn. Kyle Rudolph is a hell of a tight end, and you know how I feel about Carolina lining up against tight ends. Hasn't been good. But because their offense is surrounded around a balanced rushing attack. And I'm leaning on the fact that the Carolina Panthers is going to be one of the best rushing defenses out there. How do I swing this? I'm going to say loss, y'all. I got to go with a loss here. Even though we stopped the run, I still look at Kyle Rudolph. I look at Jefferson. And I also look at Adam Thielen. And Kirk Cousins is a joke of a quarterback. So it's really a coin toss here. But because of that, going on the road and again, I think we don't have the advantage when it comes to corners. I got to go to Minnesota for the win.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I'm your host, Granite Gato, also known as the Big Cat, my cool cat. Put your paws up if you're rocking with the Big Cat. Let's do a quick review right here. I have us losing at Kansas City, not even close. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think we go ahead and avenge our loss from early in the season. I also have us winning against the Detroit Lions. That's an easy blowout there. And then I have us losing to the Minnesota Vikings in a coin toss. That's how slim of a margin I think it will be. So all in all, I have us going 2-2. Weeks 9 through 12, and overall we're 6-6. So going into the fourth quarter, we have a chance. We have a chance to be 10-6, or we have a chance to be, who knows? We'll talk about it. Make sure you tune into the next video for the final quarter. I'm your host, Granite Gato. Make sure you subscribe. Hey, let's get church say that.
Be sure to check out On the Live Show Radio. Check out the latest Christian hip hop / R&B. Be sure to also subscribe to the YouTube channel.